What do we think of when we turn on a radio or a light bulb? We probably really don't think of anything, let alone where it comes from and who actually helped us get electricity in the radio. We use electricity in our everyday lives. The 21st century would not be what it is today without it. When people think of electricity and the history of it, they generally think of Ben Franklin flying his kite in a thunderstorm, getting it struck by lightning. Or they think of Thomas Edison and the incandescent light bulb. What they probably don't think about, because they were probably never told, is the true genius behind electricity, Nikola Tesla. I will tell you a little bit about Nikola Tesla, some of his history, and the great inventions he has given to us that help our lives out. Let's start by looking at his brief history. Nikola Tesla was born at the stroke of midnight in Croatia on July 10, 1856. He graduated from grammar school when he was 7 years old and went on to the Real Gymnasium and graduated from there. Upon graduation of the Real Gymnasium, he enrolled at the Polytechnical College of Graz, Austria. He never fully completed his degree there. Upon completion of that, he moved around a little bit and got an idea for alternating current electricity. And he had a vision of how the motor would be. In 1884, he moved to America to promote his new motor. With a letter of recommendation, he started work right away with Thomas Edison. Unfortunately, Tesla and Thomas Edison had differing views about electricity. Edison believed that direct current was the way to go. Tesla, on the other hand, believed his alternating current was the superior form. Their employment together ended in 1885 abruptly because of these disagreeing ideas, and thus started the War of the Currents. Upon leaving Edison, Tesla went to work for himself. He was able to partner with Westinghouse, who helped fund his experiments and inventions into alternating current. Tesla and Westinghouse actually beat out Edison in a bid to light the World Fair of 1983. The way they did this was with alternating current. Edison bid $1 million and Tesla was able to underbid him by half. The World Fair started May 1st, 1983. As night began to fall, Tesla flicked the switch and the whole World Fair lit up, running on nothing but his AC generators. Tesla had officially won the current wars. After Tesla beat Edison out of the current wars, he went on to his next endeavor, which would become a lifelong pursuit, the wireless world. The radio is usually accredited to Marconi with inventing it. In reality, Marconi used 17 of Tesla's patents for the radio. Tesla had applied numerous times to the U.S. Patent Office for the patent for the radio. After Marconi successfully made a transatlantic transmission with the radio, he was successfully awarded the patent of the radio by the U.S. Patent Office. In 1945, shortly after Tesla's death, the U.S. Supreme Court actually ruled in Tesla's favor, saying that he was the actual patent holder for the radio. Which took him to his next endeavor, Wardenclyffe Tower. And a quote from Tesla himself in an interview he did, this is what he has to say about Wardenclyffe Tower. As soon as complete, it will be possible for businessmen in New York to dictate instructions and have them instantly appear typed at his office in London or elsewhere. He will be able to call up from his desk and talk with any telephone subscriber on the globe without any change whatever in the existing equipment. An inexpensive instrument, not bigger than a watch, will enable its bearer to hear anywhere on sea or land, music or song, the speech of a political leader, the address of an eminent man of science or the sermon of an eloquent clergyman delivered in some other place, however distant. In the same manner, any picture, character, drawing, or print can be transferred from one place to another. Millions of such instruments can be operated from but one plant of this kind. More important than all of this, however, will be the transmission of power without wires, which will be shown on a large enough scale to carry conviction. So his plan for Wardenclyffe Tower was to transmit voice, images, electric, and he even said it could be used as a death ray weapon to shoot enemy ships and planes. The project for Wardenclyffe Tower was funded by J.P. Morgan, a big financial aristocrat at the time. After several years into the project, Morgan pulled the funding because he didn't feel like he would get enough return on his investment. Unfortunately, the tower was never finished, and it was later destroyed during World War II. Tesla was never able to see his dream come true with Wardenclyffe Tower. That's a brief history of Tesla. Now let's look at some of his other inventions that our current life would not be possible without. One of such inventions is the X-ray. We use the X-ray in medical field even to this day. It is one of the most important discoveries in the medical field in the last century. Fluorescent lights. Back when Edison was still using incandescent light bulbs, Tesla actually created fluorescent lights, which are now used today in big businesses and are starting to be used in homes in small little compact sizes because they are energy efficient. The vacuum tube, used in many scientific experiments nowadays, was created by Nikola Tesla. Microwaves, not the actual microwave oven, but the microwaves themselves were discovered by Nikola Tesla and how to harness them, thus leading to microwave radio transmissions and the microwave we use every day to cook our food. And he also helped develop radars, which we could track weather patterns and create forecasts of the weather using these radars that Nikola Tesla created. Nikola Tesla was a forgotten wizard. I told you a brief history about Nikola Tesla, how he came up, the war of the currents, his dream for a wireless world, and other inventions that help your everyday life. We continue to use most of his inventions to this day. The 21st century would not be the same without Nikola Tesla. So, the next time you turn on a light, you go to the hospital and get an X-ray, you listen to the radio, remember the man that made this all possible, Nikola Tesla.